Hey guys, it's Reborn here, and today I got a different video for you guys. I'm gonna be talking about my top 5 TV shows slash series that have came out this year, what I enjoyed, what I think about them, and I'm here to just recommend them to you and let me know what you guys think. So starting off, we got Severance. Severance is a sci-fi psychological thriller about employees at the mysterious Lumen Industries, where certain employees undergo a surgical procedure to separate their work memories from their personal lives, creating two distinct consciousness. One consciousness is called the innie, where we follow the innie is the work life, the people who are working at Lumen, where they have no memories of the outside, who they are on the outside, who they know on the outside. They only have memories from at the time of when they're working and when they're at work. And then we have the other consciousness, which is the outie, where they have work-free memories. They have no knowledge of what they're doing at work or who they're talking to at work, and they only have memories of what they do on the outside of work. So you could kind of say that the outies are more of like the originals, and the innies are kind of like the new consciousness that have been created. But with this new consciousness creates more problems for both the outies and Lumen, as these innies begin to question the nature of their existence and what is the purpose of working at Lumen and things like that, without getting into too much of spoiler details. I think the themes that Severance touches on include things such as identity. Am I who's the real person? Am I the real person if I'm the outie or the innie? Stuff like that. Modern work culture. What led to people even wanting to be severed in the first place, which would probably be the modern work culture, and how modern work culture is definitely not sustainable for many people. And also the dangers of suppressing trauma, and how trauma can lead you to making bad decisions if you suppress that kind of trauma that you have. And without getting into too much spoilers, that's kind of one of the big talking points of especially season 2. So I definitely recommend Severance. This is definitely one of my favorite shows of the year. Depending on how they stick the landing, it could be one of my favorite shows of all time. Next up on the list, we have Andor. Andor is a Star Wars prequel series following Cassian Andor's journey to become a revolutionary hero, set 5 years before Rogue One. I feel like this is a show that we needed now more than ever, along with Severance, but I think with the recent events happening in the world, I think Andor is very much a needed show. It's a show set in the Star Wars universe, yes, but it's also a show that shows the grit, the determination, and the blood of those who push the dreams of the rebellion forward. It touches on the themes that it touches on include things such as fighting against fascism, sacrificing yourself for the greater good, and teaching us to never give up hope. But also, you have to be brave enough to create your own hope. This is a very great show, very solid show, a 2-season show. I definitely recommend this. I definitely recommend this even if you're not into Star Wars. I think that's how great of a show this is. You don't need to know much about the whole Star Wars universe to watch this show. Yeah, it will help, but I think at the same time it's definitely self-contained, and yeah, it's a great show to watch. Next up on the list, I have Common Side Effect. Common Side Effect is about what if there was a magic mushroom, basically, that can cure every disease known to man. You would think people would do the right thing and mass produce this magic mushroom and make it readily available and affordable for everyone. Well, this show shows that that's not the case at all. The main character of the show, his name is Marshall, who first discovered this magic mushroom that can cure everything, and like he kind of gets into a battle with Big Pharma, who wants to reproduce this mushroom to make money, and sometimes maybe even like not even produce the mushroom at all, to keep it hidden and destroy it, because the pharmacies, businesses, and companies, they make so much money already prescribing drugs to people that doesn't even heal them but only keep their symptoms at bay. I think the themes of this show include corporate greed and activism. This was definitely a sleeper show for me. I didn't hear much about it. It kind of just popped up on my radar randomly. I decided to give it a try, and I'm glad I did, because this is definitely a great show. And I think, again, similar to Andor, and even similar to Severance, that this is a show that touches on things that are actually occurring in real life, things that are like really happening. Like, yeah, there's no real magic mushroom out there, but there are people who are keeping, I don't want to say people who are keeping things secret from us, but people who are trying to take advantage of situations to make the best out of the situation for themselves rather than other people, and to make the most money for themselves as possible while being a little greedy. And yeah, I definitely recommend Common Side Effect. I believe it was a 10 episode show. Season 2 has been announced. I don't know when season 2 is coming out, but I think this is also a great show to watch. Next up on the list, we got Invincible season 3, I believe it was. I think this is season 3 of Invincible is probably my favorite season so far. Compared to the other shows, there's not a big theme of Invincible. Yeah, Invincible has themes it touches on, the burdens of having powers, heroism, those kind of themes, but Invincible is definitely more of a laid back superhero show, TV show that you could just watch the action, watch the storyline unfold. I do think the best part of this season is probably the world building. I definitely think this season did very good with world building. Mark Grayson is a great character. I can't wait to see season 4 next year. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely keep the Invincible section short because Invincible is not as crazy as a show as the other shows. Not that it's not as good, but like I think the other shows I mentioned definitely have more real life meaning to them compared to Invincible. And the final show on this list is a Netflix series called American Primeval. This is a gritty, historical 2025 Netflix miniseries set in the brutal Utah territories of the 1857s. This is around the time of the Great Expansion, people moving west. And while moving west, there's a kind of like a power struggle for control between the U.S. military, the pioneers, Mormon settlers, and the Native Americans who already inhabited those lands as they fight for control of the land. I think the themes of this show are there's definitely one big theme for this show I think would be religious extremists and like how being too extreme in your beliefs can blind and corrupt people. So yeah, this is my top 5 shows that came out in 2025 so far. I'm still waiting to watch Alien, Earth. I'm currently watching Peacemaker. Let me know if there's any other shows that came out this year that's made some noise. I'm definitely missing a few shows that I've watched and enjoyed, but I think these are the top 5 that stand out to me this year. The other 2 shows are still airing, so I can't really put them on the list yet. But 2025 has definitely been a great year for shows. And let me know what you guys think about these recommendations, and let me know if you got any recommendations in the comments below. Thank you for watching. This is Reborn, and I'll see you in the next one.